A short video lasting less than 4 minutes has brought thousands of BTS fans around the world to tears. However, it wasn't due to sad news or the usual farewells that haunt the Korean entertainment world, but because of an unexpected confession from someone long seen as the strongest, Jungkook. The fact that finally surfaced was so shocking that Jimin, Jungkook's closest friend for years, couldn't hold back his tears upon watching it. Jungkook has always been known as a passionate, disciplined figure who rarely complains publicly. Even during his mandatory military service, now entering its second year, he occasionally greeted ARMY through digital letters full of light jokes and optimism. Nothing seemed suspicious. There were no signs that behind each positive message was a nearly unbearable suffering, but everything changed when an official confession was published through Big Hit's military channel. The truth Jungkook had kept during his service was revealed. In that footage, with a calm face and a voice that wavered several times, Jungkook confessed he was dealing with a recurring old injury that affected his nervous system. More than that, he admitted undergoing intensive therapy and medication without informing anyone, including the BTS members. Jimin, known for his emotional closeness to Jungkook, reacted the most strongly. In a personal live stream held on Weverse after the video's release, Jimin appeared alone in his room, wearing a gray hoodie, sitting silently. About 2 minutes passed with no words until he said in a hoarse voice, "Why didn't you tell me, Jungkook? Why bear this alone?" Jimin broke down in tears. His face showed clear devastation. He admitted that he had felt something different about Jungkook, especially in some of the letters sent during military service. But he never imagined it was a sign of deep suffering. "I reread all the letters you sent, and now everything feels different. I feel stupid for not realizing sooner," said Jimin, wiping away tears. He even blamed himself for being too focused on personal matters and failing to notice the subtle signals Jungkook might have sent indirectly. What moved fans even more was Jimin's confession that Jungkook once sent him a short message months ago, which read, "Hyung, if I suddenly go silent, please don't be mad." Jimin admitted he had thought it was just a joke or an expression of fatigue from training. But now, that message has become one of his deepest regrets. Amid the discussion, Korean media began revisiting Jungkook's digital letters and official posts over the past year. One letter, which had gone viral for being touching, was now reread with a different perspective. That letter ended with the line, "I don't know when I'll be able to smile like before again, but I want you to keep believing in me, even while I'm learning to believe in myself." Those words now feel like a cry for help wrapped in layers of resilience. Even more shocking, an internal source from the military medical team stated that Jungkook once reached a critical point during the past winter, requiring special observation for 2 weeks. However, stubbornly, Jungkook refused to be transferred to a full-time care facility and chose to remain in base to avoid disrupting his unit's routine. This decision has now raised concerns from various parties, including military psychologists who say that an idol's emotional burden is too great to be ignored. This story is a major lesson on how fame and duty can become a double-edged sword. On one side, Jungkook wanted to complete his military duty flawlessly, without relying on celebrity privileges. On the other hand, his decision to hide his suffering has now caused new emotional wounds for himself and those closest to him. Now that the truth is out, Jungkook is scheduled to undergo further medical evaluation to determine whether he can continue his military service or will be transferred to full-time treatment. Meanwhile, Jimin, in his closing broadcast, promised to visit Jungkook directly at base once he received clearance. "This time, I won't let you go through this alone," he said while staring at the camera. This news is not just about physical injury. It's a story of endurance, loneliness, and a love too big to put into words. It's about two friends who always seem to laugh together, but were actually hiding untold stories behind the scenes. And the most heartbreaking part? The fact that someone as strong as Jungkook, surrounded by so much love, still felt he had to hide his pain alone. However, after this news shook the ARMY community and international media, an official clarification was finally issued by the military and Big Hit Music. In a written statement released the next day, a South Korean military spokesperson confirmed that there was no official medical record indicating Jungkook had suffered a serious injury or was undergoing intensive treatment, as the rumors claimed. They added that Jungkook's physical and mental condition was declared good and stable during his military service, and he carried out all training activities without significant issues. Big Hit Music also provided clarification, stating that the video or narrative suggesting Jungkook's emotional confession and Jimin's crying reaction was not part of any official content. No such confession video was ever produced or broadcast by Big Hit or the military unit. They explained that the rumors originated from overblown interpretations of old posts and wild social media imaginations that spread without verification. Big Hit emphasized that any news regarding the BTS members' health during military service would be announced transparently if it actually occurred. Jimin himself never conducted a live stream as described in the initial report. There were no recordings, quotes, or evidence showing that he ever cried or made an emotional statement regarding Jungkook's condition during service. All such narratives are unverifiable and have been confirmed to be fictional or speculative viral content. Therefore, it can be concluded that the entire report regarding Jungkook's hidden facts during military service and Jimin crying reaction is false and cannot be held accountable. The news was a hoax that developed through social media without factual evidence. This incident serves as a powerful reminder of how quickly misinformation can spread and emotionally impact millions. In an age where digital content can be manipulated and shared instantly, distinguishing between fact and fiction becomes increasingly difficult, especially when it involves beloved public figures like BTS members. Fans, driven by emotion and deep admiration, can easily fall into the trap of believing narratives that feel real, even without any concrete proof. Big Hit Music has urged fans to rely only on official channels for updates regarding BTS members, especially during their military service, a period where privacy and accuracy are crucial. Meanwhile, the military has reinforced its commitment to transparency and fairness in handling all enlisted individuals, regardless of their celebrity status. AS for Army. While the truth may come as a relief, it also brings an important call to be more careful, critical, and responsible in consuming and spreading news. Jungkook and Jimin remain well, continuing their respective duties and journeys. And though the emotional storm caused by this false news has subsided, the lesson it brings remains clear. Not everything viral is valid. Truth must always come before emotion, and support must be based on facts, not fiction.